In this video, I will walk you through some digital technologies that are disrupting the retail industry. I will also give you insights into the ethics and trade-offs that's facing the consumers and organizations. After that, I will introduce you to the industry of choice and H&M as a company. In this part, I will give you my prototype and the idea that I have, and also the underlying technology that's behind my idea. To begin with, I will first give you a brief introduction to emerging technological trends. In the book The Inevitable, Kelly tries to uncover the roots of digital change in order to embrace them. Kelly means that when we understand these forces, we can better work with their nature rather than against it. Artificial intelligence, robots, new business might be against our initial impulse, but only by working with these technologies rather than defeat them, we can gain the best of what they offers. Kelly brings up 12 technological forces that shape our future. I've chosen 3 of them. The first one is becoming. Kelly means that technology is human accelerant. Because of technology, everything we make is always in the process of becoming. We are in a state of change and are continuously learning and adapting. We are newbies to the new that is unlike anything that was before. We are in an era of new type of thinking, part machine, part human, with instant access to the world's connected information. Technological life in the future will be a series of endless upgrades, and the rate of graduation is accelerating. Kelly says that this is the best time to start up, to invent something. It's the best time ever in human history to begin. The second force is cognifying. Kelly means that powerful cheap AI is changing everything. The third force is flowing. The internet is an endless copying, sharing, and flowing machine. Our digital communication network has been built so that copies can flow with as little friction as possible. Kelly means that we should think of the world of flowing, where everything we create can be shared endlessly. In this book, Kelly puts a positive vision of these 12 forces, creating a world that we really cannot now imagine. As I already mentioned, AI is one of the technologies that is changing the world in a rapid pace. Some years ago, computers couldn't think the way humans do. This is changing. Today, artificial intelligence can solve complex problems. AI, or machine intelligence, is human-like or intelligent behavior exhibited by computers and machines that are trained by data to make autonomous decisions. AI helps us process enormous amounts of data, typically from multiple sources, to identify opportunities and solutions. The second technology is the AI chatbot that's built on artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and machine learning. These technologies provides the chatbot innovation, brand communication, and a new level of personalization. AI chatbots can handle real discussion through human language, and as a child learns how to walk, it becomes more intelligent with every conversation. These chatbots can make real-time decisions, provide analytics, and give consumer fast customer support. The third technology is augmented reality. You will now see a TED Talk where Matt Mills explains what this is.
So wouldn't it be amazing if our phones could see the world in the same way that we do? As we're walking around, being able to point the phone at anything and then have it actually recognize images and objects like the human brain, and then be able to pull in information from an almost infinite library of knowledge and experience and ideas. Well, traditionally that was seen as science fiction, but now we've moved to a world where actually this has become possible.
It has become clear during the research that the retail industry is the grip of a revolution powered by digital technology. But how has it been, and where are the retailers now in the technological change? In the history of retail, there has been a low technological competence amongst retail companies. Traditionally, retailers has followed the innovation of society, but never been the ones creating the innovations. Interestingly enough, one of the key reasons that retailers are slow to adopt new technologies is that their existing technological infrastructures, the hardware and the software systems that forms the backbone of their IT operations, limit their ability to roll out promising new technologies. Despite this, the retail industry undergoes rapid disruption created by technology. Traditional retailers will have to get a grip on how to exploit the power of these tidal waves to make their delivery more efficient, more differentiated, and more delightful for their customers. The most significant technology driven change of all is the internet that came in the turn of the 21st century. The internet enabled companies to enter the e-commerce. As of before, retail was connected with a store. Hence, with technology, location is not a hinder for retail anymore. Many industries are moving over to an e-commerce business where books, music, financial business are some examples. The mobile phone has become an important tool which becomes the dominant way that the consumer is using when shopping both online and offline. The retail today are not creating channels, but rather engagement webs for consumers where the consumer is at the core. Therefore, the retailers need to optimize these occasions for interaction in order to offer the most value. Three ways that technology is helping the retail organization to better deliveries are through experience, efficiency, and engagement. Through experience, retailers can use different digital technologies such as AR to better understand the customer and how to create better experiences. It also creates efficiency through better product information and faster delivery on the purchases. The third one is the engagement. Technology can create better relationships between the consumer and the retailer. The consumer is demanding more personalized contact, and the customer gets more choices, which makes it harder to choose. It is therefore important for the retailer to navigate the consumer through the landscape of an enormous amount of information. An example how experience, efficiency, and engagement come together is through AI. Artificial intelligence can gather customer data and meaningful conclusions from massive amount of data. This will give the consumer a personalized shopping experience through, for example, chatbots or web shops. The chatbot can answer questions and also give shopping suggestions. In the third part, I will now walk you through ethical discussion, trade-offs, and societal impacts of technologies. Digital ethics and privacy are topics that are receiving more and more attention from both private individuals as well as associations and government organizations. For good reason, people are increasingly concerned about how their personal data is being used by public and private sector organizations. The winning organizations of our time will be those that proactively address these concerns and are able to earn consumers' trust. After some scandals hitting the industry, the European Union enacted a new directive in 2018 called the General Data Protection Regulation, also called GDPR. The aim of GDPR is to create a business landscape that are transparent and that expands the privacy rights of data subjects for the EU member citizens. All organizations operating in the EU must comply these rules. This includes that the data can be erased by the owner, that the owner can bring all the data with them when they're changing company, and that they can collect incorrect information of them in order to change. As of now, companies will adopt privacy and transparency on the core of the business as a way to differentiate the brand. allowing users to opt out of data collection easily. This means that companies have to toe the line between useful and creepy, which would be a question for the user. If the company are crossing the line, the relationship to their customer can be lost and the user will be out. Recent studies show that 1 in 5 customers report that if a company crosses the line of creepiness, they would change to another company. When it comes to tailored offers, retailers need to understand how far they can go on the line. This is a highly individual question for the companies to work together with the customer in order to understand. Many companies are already on an ongoing process of collection the necessary information to build the understanding. It is all about a calculation about the creepiness beforehand. Companies can create transparency from the integrations with the customers about the insights, and with this build trust as more and more offerings become individualized. In the developed countries, we use technology every day in some extent. This means that we do trade-offs with technology every day. We share private information in exchange for social and personal benefits. For example, when we share our tracking watch, the company can understand how fast we run in order to give personalized advice. Individuals, no matter if it's a consumer or employee, are adapting to technologies quickly and complete on many terms outpace the digital transformation that companies go through. Another way that technology is changing our individual life is that it has created faster process in the workplace. As a result, people can save time and money, which is a big achievement. Another fact is that as humans are social by nature, relationships nowadays become more dominated by the use of modern technologies, such as social media, which reduces the distances, despite of having negative impacts of human relationship in society and families. Currently, people recognize that the use of modern technologies is a requirement for life and an indication of the cultural awareness of the community. In the fourth section, I will introduce you to the company of choice, H&M. I will give you a look at my prototype and the feedback I got on how I can help H&M to create more touchpoints and customer experience. Hennes & Mauritz is a Swedish company with a multinational appearance operating in the retail clothing industry for women, men, teenagers and children. H&M is the second largest retailer after Inditex, also under Zara. H&M are investing in AI and big data in order to better the value for their customers. This is under testing and ongoing development. H&M are facing some problems. The first one is that endless amount of clothing ends up in the bin, which is both bad for the wallet and the environment. The second problem is that the younger generation consumer are concerned about issues of our time, such as social and environmental causes. Their beliefs is strongly connected to their shopping habits and want to support brands that are aligned with their values. At the same time, consumers often don't translate their beliefs into behavior, which creates a green gap. This explains the gap between attitude and actual behavior. For example, we want to buy organic cotton in our t-shirts, but we end up buying the more unsustainable and more trendy ones. The reason for this is often that consumers lack transparency and information about the clothes, which doesn't give them a good ground for sustainable decisions. Well, the opportunities are that H&M are investing in a lot of new technologies such as AR and AI. To solve this problem, I've created a digital wardrobe and a conscious advisor that helps customers to take more well-informed, sustainable decisions. The idea is to scan your wardrobe into the H&M app using image recognition. Second is to manage your wardrobe inside the app. With the first prototype, I wanted to show the user flow and how the two different technologies works. First the AR and then the AI. Based on the first prototype, I got valuable feedback. For example, Carla liked the concepts of a digital wardrobe. She gave similarities of a financial overview of investments so that she always know where she spends her money. On the other hand, Carl wanted to steer the conversation so he didn't feel locked in the interface. Based on this, I created a second prototype that included a phone so that the user could understand how it works. First, with image recognition, scan the shirt into the H&M app, then get a digital wardrobe overview, and after that start a conversation with the conscious advisor, your personal shopper. The technology that enables the digital wardrobe is the function of product recognition. Through image recognition, the mobile will scan the item and insert it into a wardrobe inside the H&M app. The wardrobe is then connected with a conscious advisor, which is built on artificial intelligence, through natural language processing and machine learning that creates a natural language for the artificial intelligence chatbot. The AR is collecting images analytics, which enables H&M to use this data for personalized advices. This enables H&M to learn about the customer's style, behaviors when shopping, and the needs. It can also become a support for the customer to a behavior change towards a more sustainable clothing decision. In order for the chatbot to engage with the customer, the communication can either start from the consumer or the chatbot. All these technologies, as of today, are under constant development. And from what Kelly said in the beginning about the inevitable 12 technologies that are changing the future, it is only by working with these technologies that all retailers, including H&M, can gain the best of what they offer.